We're with the Jenison Wildcats. We have 4 members here today at the mlive Grand Rapids Media Day here at Comstock Park. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves here?
RJ Rasak, I'm a senior at Jenison. I play wide receiver.
I'm Caleb Dean. I'm a senior at Jenison. I play receiver and DB.
I'm Carter Mann. I'm also a senior, and I play quarterback and defensive back.
I'm Camden Duval. I'm also a senior, and I play quarterback and outside linebacker.
Now, you guys had a good season last year. You opened up with the 16-13 loss to Rockford, which went to the state semifinals. Then you won 5 straight. Then you were eliminated in the playoffs by Caledonia. So you guys coming off a great season. Tell us a little bit about how that helps with momentum coming into this year.
Yeah, you know, it was our first year last year in the OK Red, so we were feeling pretty good after that year, but still people said it was kind of a fluke year, so we're really trying to go out and prove ourselves again this year.
Yeah, you joined the Red, you came up to join the Red, and we all know how tough that the Red is. You guys showed you can compete with those guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did you guys all agree with your teammate that maybe people didn't take you seriously?
Yeah, for sure. I think we still have to come out strong this year and just show what we got. Just show that the young guys coming up can handle their own and do even better than we did last year.
Fantastic. Caleb, you had a big season last year. 353 yards rushing on 48 carries, 16 receptions, 2 touchdowns. You return kicks. What are some of your goals this year? You were obviously put up some nice numbers last year.
Well, you know, I just want to go and win a state championship. That's really the main goal. Go out there, win games, have fun, take advantage of this last season, especially without COVID being an issue so far.
Yeah, fantastic, guys. Appreciate that. And we have your coach here. Rob Zeitman is here. I'm going to move over a little bit, guys. Thanks. And we're going to put him on the spot here.
Big guy.
Coach a little bit. Your boys were telling me last year you went to the Red. Maybe people weren't taking Jenison really seriously because we all know how tough the Red is. And you guys lost to Rockford by 3, and then you won 5 straight. So you guys really did well in a very competitive conference.
Yeah, it's a competitive conference, no doubt, and it's going to be a huge test for us again this year. And we have to prove we belong. You know, we have to prove we belong each and every week, and there's no weeks off. And there's a lot of tough leagues in the state, and we're in one of them. I think the interesting thing this year is that we're going to be one of the smallest Division I schools in the state, so we'll compete against those guys again in the playoffs. So it gets even more interesting. I know our first year we're like, you know, we'll roll through these guys and see what we can do, and then, you know, we're not going to see them in the playoffs, so we're good, you know. And now this year we're mindful of the fact that if we do what we want to do, we're going to play some of them twice, and that's going to make it an even more intriguing season for us.
Yeah, Jenison has been bumped up to Division I this year, so obviously that's a whole new ball game in itself. Coach, what's going to be, I guess, the key to being competitive this year?
Well, I think Cam hit it right when he talked about, you know, getting our young guys up to speed. We've got a great senior class. There's 12 of them, so we are an underclassman dominated in terms of numbers on our team. We're going to have a lot of new faces. So how quickly we can get those guys up to speed and doing things the Wildcat way, the better off we'll be.
Fantastic. You're going to open up against a fine program in Forest Hill Central, so the non-league schedule really isn't any easier than the Red. So.
No, Forest Hill Central is a great matchup for us. We're, you know, 2 very similar schools in style. They're very well coached. Tim Rogers does an unbelievable job there. I mean, they're 1 play away from making the state semifinals last year, and a lot of people would argue that time literally ran out on them, and maybe too quickly, that they should have had 1 more shot at that end zone. But, you know, I'm not an official, so I'm not going to pass judgment on that. But that kind of speaks to their level of excellence and what they've been able to sustain over the last few years. And you know, they've got a returning quarterback and a lot of experience on their team, and a couple of guys that, you know, are either committed to or about to commit to some college programs. So, you know, we're the underdog, and we love it. Relish that, and we'll be at home.
Definitely, they wore the underdog role very well last year. They went 5-2. And looking for some big things again this year, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Steve, thank you. Appreciate it.